off, and then it does the whole barrel roll. You know, the weird wonky shot of him like that used to be like this, but now he's like this. So. What's up, my fellow nerds and outcasts? Welcome back to my channel. We are officially only a week and a half away from the release of Superman. It's been 2-3 long years, but we're finally at the front door knocking. So, with that, of course, comes interviews, footage, and new clips that are released. I was on X earlier today and I saw a couple of new, screenshots, and I was like, wow, what is this from? I feel like I've seen everything that's Superman related. What's this from? Turns out there was a CBS morning show where they interviewed David Corenswet as well as James Gunn, and they showed some new footage. So we're gonna watch the interview in its entirety, and we are gonna discuss it. So let's just get right into it. I am honestly beyond excited. I hope that we see some new stuff that we like. Let's do this.
It's Sunday morning on CBS. And here again is Lee Cowan.
That's great.
I've got you.
Who's got you?
You've got me. Who's got you?
Superman has been appearing on movie and TV screens for some 70 years now.
Damn.
Most iconic, of course, was late actor Christopher Reeve. Still,
The
a
OG.
new Superman film is flying into theaters this summer. With Ben Mankiewicz, we go up, up, and away.
He was born on the planet Krypton.
Oh yeah, that looks far better.
But the Man of
That
Steel
definitely
comes
looks far
to
better.
life in California,
Still a little.
Not a finished visual effect.
inside an edit room in Burbank.
We just got some of the visual effects. This is actually not a finished visual effects shot.
James Gunn reviews
Made
a
sure to put that in
scene
the interview.
from what Warner Brothers hopes is a summer block.
Oh cool, it's a title sequence.
Superman.
They just showed us the title
has
sequence, that's awesome.
reported Budget, at least
So we've basically seen almost the entire
$225 million,
beginning of the movie at this point.
Arrives in theaters July 11th.
Let's try this and see if it all works out.
It's the first feature from DC Studios, a division of Warner Brothers.
And then slapping the side.
Hey,
Gunn is not only the
Zesty.
film's
Zesty
director,
David.
who wrote the screenplay,
We just push into him a little bit.
and he's DC's CEO.
How you feeling about everything?
I feel good about the movie, and I'm excited about that, and I think we've done something that's different.
Cool beginning.
Among those
In
differences,
the movie.
My Superman's not indestructible. We see him bleed immediately. At times, I've thought he's too strong. You don't want him to be able to punch a planet in half.
Facts.
Or, for that matter, go around a planet a billion times and make time go backwards.
Thank God.
You know, I wanted a Superman who was a little bit more down to earth.
Understandable.
and few things are
I
more
was gonna
down
make a
to
reaction to
earth
this.
Crypto!
than a dog.
What the hey, dude? I thought you destroyed the whole Superman robots. I thought I told you to keep an eye on him.
Superman robots.
But he is unruly. You've added another thing here, which is
A little lazy.
instantly relatable to, I imagine, just about every American. He gave him a dog.
I mean, the dog is the whole reason.
Call them something other than
was the start
Superman
of the movie.
robots. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Really?
1000%. I adopted a dog. His name is Ozu, and he didn't want to be touched. He had never known human beings. He chewed up all our furniture. He was, chasing the cat and just being the worst dog you can imagine.
Ow, stop it. Crypto, ow, ow, stop it, stop, sit.
I thought, wow, what if this terrible dog had superpowers? I'd really be screwed.
George Reeves.
The first Superman feature film came in 1951.
Superman
with
and
George
the
Reeves,
Mole Man.
who later played the role on TV. This century,
I still think that
Superman's
this
been
movie had
played by
incredible
Brandon
sequences,
Routh
awesome
and
CG
Henry
for the most
Cavill.
part. Like some of it's
But in
ages,
the last
but
75 years,
dude, it looks
only
awesome.
one
I watched it the other
big
day and I was like,
Superman
man,
has fully captured the audience's imagination.
Excuse me.
he has some of the coolest saves.
Christopher Reeve. Trained in the theater, Reeve was a graduate of the Juilliard School
As is
in New
Corenswet.
York, as is the new Superman,
Nah.
David Corenswet.
I don't think there's any way or reason to try to sort of live up to Christopher Reeve. I just feel grateful to get to play that character that he embodied and put into the public consciousness in such a positive and strong way.
Corenswet is
I think that this
31,
should have been the
7
reveal.
years older than Reeve. When
Like,
he made
I will
his
never
debut
understand the
in
reveal that they used. Like,
1978.
this should have been the reveal.
We met Corenswet at the Arden Theater in Philadelphia.
The last
For the
play I
suit.
did here was Our Town.
It's Corenswet's hometown, where he still lives, and it's here at the Arden where he landed his first paid gig.
And this is the theater that I did my first professional play in when I was 9 years old.
Is that this?
Yeah, this is
All My Sons?
All My Sons by Arthur Miller. So these are my scenes with my lines highlighted.
He wanted to read from his original script.
You're finally up.
Where's Tommy? Oh, sorry.
He's kind of endearing, you know what I'm saying? Honestly,
I'd like to point out,
if anyone
I wasn't
deserves
given
it, it's
time
this
to
guy.
prepare.
I love this play.
Corenswet, like his Superman,
He's
is
endearing, he's
immediately
charming, he's a
disarming,
nerd.
as well as
If
vulnerable.
anyone deserves it, it's him.
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Honestly,
As in
the more I
this
see of him,
scene
the
with
more I
his
like him.
girlfriend, Reporter Lois Lane,
Miss Lane.
played by Rachel Brosnahan.
People were going to die.
He is definitively different from everybody else on Earth. He is not human. He's an alien, and he has these powers that nobody else has. And at the same time, he wants desperately to be a part of humanity. So ultimately, the dramatic stakes of Superman as a character is that he is lonely and he doesn't want to be.
He also has a sense of humor about those red shorts.
Without the trunks, the uniform can look very military. So he puts the red underwear on, A, so that everybody can see him. Against the blue sky, you can see the red trunks. B,
Kind of what the cape's
so
for,
that everybody
too.
knows he doesn't take himself too seriously. He's not trying to look cool.
I wear my trunks on the outside of
I
my
hate the
pants.
trunks.
Like, it's liberating.
Now that doesn't in any way undermine how badass and cool he is when he's up in the sky fighting.
You know?
But once he touches down, he wants to be the one that people can laugh at or you know, make fun of because he can take it.
I mean, apparently he can't take it because
Superman has been
he's
saving
upset
the
that
world
people
for
are hating
nearly
on him
9
online,
decades.
so.
Created by Jerry Siegel and drawn
neither
by
here nor
Joe
there.
Shuster, he first appeared in a comic in 1938.
I think that's a dumbass excuse for the trunks. I'm sorry. I hope that they move away from it going forward.
Bigger than that, I think.
Critic and film.
There's a way to make it look all right. I just feel like it's.
Torture. You know, he has to support
They look
himself
like
in
boxer
his
briefs.
aunt,
You know what I mean?
He's responsible
I
for
don't
the
know.
death of his uncle, and Batman's
And
responsible
the
for
loops.
the death of
The loops are
everybody
just
in
like.
his line of sight.
Oh God.
They're all sufferers, but Superman, he stands tall, and there's a pride of authorship, literally, in the character, because he's creating his own narrative as his alter ego. People want to see that. They want to believe that you can create your own narrative in a way that is benevolent, even if you have all the power in the world. It's wrong of you to turn away from people who need your help.
Gotta go, man.
Otis.
James Gunn wants people to see Superman fighting for truth, justice, and
That CG looks really good.
Hey, bud.
Really well done.
Eyes up here.
What do you want audiences around the world to take away from your Superman?
I think just culturally being able to place a little bit more importance on being a good human being.
Be kind to each other.
I think we're surrounded by a lot of meanness. I think Superman's surrounded by a lot of meanness in the movie, but he stands against that grain. And that's what makes him rebellious. And in a way, I think today, in today's world, Superman's the edgier, more rebellious character because he's the one who's standing up for the values that most people are not.
Very true.
Corenswet is embracing the challenge,
Sick.
fully aware that success could mean Superman defines
Oh
his
my
career.
God, that was cool. I don't think we've ever
When
seen
you
that
take
before.
a role that's going to be this visible.
Dude, that was really
iconic, you know,
cool.
just visually iconic, and it's your face and the underwear, and you know, yeah. I wanted to be prepared for the possibility that it wouldn't lead to a bunch of other things. That this would be the thing, and I felt really lucky that when I asked myself that question, the answer came back. Somebody's got to play this part, and if you're the person to play it and you give up everything else to do it, it would be worth doing.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, we basically just saw the title sequence for the movie. Now we know that it starts with him crash landing, and then Krypto takes him to the Fortress of Solitude. He heals. With Krypto destroys the Fortress of Solitude while he's healing, and then tells Krypto to stay, flies off, and then it does the whole barrel roll. You know, the weird wonky shot of him like that used to be like this, but now he's like this. So, yeah, and then it does that little zoom in on the chest signal, and then it shows Superman, and then it'll probably do some kind of flashback showing us of how we got to that point where Superman is broken, beaten and broken in the snow, and needed to be saved. There was so much to love there. I feel like I love that towards the end where it shows him literally digging through the ground and then shooting out. That was so cool, and it was something that we've never seen on screen before. And I really do hope that if anyone can do it, it's James Gunn, where he can show us different powers and skill sets that we may not have been privy to or never have seen before in past iterations of the character. So I am hoping to see more of that. I'm just gonna talk about this now so get it out of the way. The trunks, I've never been a fan. I feel like at the time, it was because of the strongman competitions and all that stuff. It was to indicate to children that he was a strong man. But it's like, you know, like now we've kind of grown out of that. There's a way to incorporate it where it doesn't look ridiculous, like not making it out just like underwear. You can make it like a red design in that area. But I understand they're saying like it's on purpose. They're supposed to look like underwear. He's supposed to just embrace it for what it is. And I get that, but just for me personally, I just don't like them. Hopefully we move away from them. There are people that love them, that swear by them, that think they're awesome. And it's also I think that because the suit doesn't fit like completely tight or properly, I feel like it makes it look that much worse. There are certain shots where the suit looks great and there's certain shots where the suit looks like ass. So it's like I've embraced mediocrity at this point. You know, I've accepted it for what it is. It is what it is. You know, and we'll see what happens. There was an interview that I saw with James Gunn the other day about Clark Kent's glasses that I thought was honestly a really smart way to kind of like explain away the glasses. And they are hypno glasses. It is canon. It is in the comics that they are hypno glasses. So when they're looking at Clark, they don't see just Superman with glasses on. It makes him look a little different. James Gunn said, like in his mind, it makes his face just look a little bit rounder, not as chiseled, you know, makes his nose look a little more bulbous, you know, so Clark Kent does look different from Superman to the untrained eye, to everyone else, because of the hypno glasses. So it is hypnotizing people to see what he wants them to see. We are literally only 2 weeks away, and like there's so much to love of what we're seeing, and there is a lot to be kind of wary about. But I get that there are people that are apprehensive, there are people that are on the fence, there are people that are swearing by it, there are people that are freaking gonna hate it no matter what. I am someone that just tries to look at everything like, hey, I'm not gonna judge it when I haven't seen it. So I'm just gonna go in with an open mind. I'm going to view it for what it is and not what I'd like it to be. Like I've said 100 times before, Superman deserves that. I do think that David Corenswet is a well-meaning guy, and he does want to do right by this character. He wants to do right by the fans. He wants to do right by the universe. And I'm just hoping that this movie lands. There's really not much else to say. We are a week and a half away. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. July 8th cannot arrive soon enough, dude, because I've been waiting years. Almost to the day, a couple of days ago, it was 2 years from the day that we got the announcement that David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan would be portraying these characters that we are looking forward to seeing for the first time. And it kind of blew my mind that we are now a week away from release. Like, that's insane. That's insane. And not only that, but then we have Peacemaker coming out the following month. And then we have Supergirl. Then we have Lanterns. We have so much DC to look forward to. And a lot of very talented people at the helm, and a lot of talented people, you know, behind the wheels of all of these independent projects. And like, so hopefully they all kind of land the way that we want them to. I'm really just like, it's a good time to be a DC fan. So hopefully all of these do well, and hopefully like it can somewhat unite the fandom. I feel like there's always going to be hate, there's always going to be toxicity. Unfortunately, that just comes with any kind of fandom, whether it be Star Wars, Marvel, or DC. And it's a really shitty part of being a fan, but it's like, I feel like it's up to each and every one of us to just kind of like stay away from that, steer away from that. I wasn't happy with any of the stuff that I was seeing before the main marketing pushed out for this movie. And then I was like, okay, I do have faith, I do have hope. I think that this could genuinely be something that I could enjoy. And all I can do is just speak on my behalf. I can't speak on everyone else's behalf. I'm super excited. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, whether you enjoyed this interview, you didn't, or if you're kind of indifferent. And if you guys enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like and leave a comment below and let's discuss. I'm super excited. 1.5 weeks. I am about to lose my mind. Let's go, Superman. Why did I do the cross? I don't know. I'm done.